hit the like and subscribe. Here we have Gil's Arena. Tracy McGrady made some comments basically stating that if you drop him on the Lakers and he replaces Kobe Bryant, they still win championships. They don't miss a beat, right? A lot of Kobe fans got up in arms because, ever since he passed, he's the greatest player of all time. There were certain guys who have maintained that. But before his passing, nah, bro. He wouldn't say that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get straight into it, and I'll respond.
A question for this couch. Do you agree with T-Mac saying he would have won a ring if he played with the prime Shaq?
Shit, I would have too.
Shit, I would love to. Hey, I would love to have replaced Derek Fisher. Okay. Shit, I sit in this corner, boss man.
Win a ring as a number 2 option.
Oh no, I don't know what you talking about. We all was number 2 options.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like the whole league, that's what makes it stupid to argue. The whole league was number 2 options. If Duncan would have went there, number 2. If Dirk was there, number 2. If KG was there, everybody was number 2.
You seen his stats?
Number 2.
Stats?
He didn't get out the first round.
If Duncan won a ring in 2000.
2. Number 2. Everybody was the number 2 option.
I talking about the Shaq?
Yes.
Right.
Everybody. He was the only player that when we're talking about guarding him, you're putting 3 to 4 people.
Yeah.
Like it was, if you didn't dig down on the first dribble, the person that's guarding him was pissed off. Like, come on, dog. This is what come on. You know the game plan. His first dribble, hard dig.
Would he be available?
Who?
Tracy McGrady. He was injury prone, so would he be available?
Not early, not at that point in his career.
We're talking about 2000, 2001, 2002.
Yeah.
So you saying
He averaged 32.
saying what?
And also, I think part of what ended up becoming Tracy McGrady's problem, he had to carry a lot of dudes over the course of his career. He put a lot of wear and tear on his body. He did not have prime time scorers next to him. So if he got to play with a Shaquille O'Neal for however many years Kobe played with him, was it 6, 7, 8 years Kobe Bryant played with Shaquille O'Neal, how much wear and tear would he have saved on his body? That Orlando Magic team was trash. And not trash in the way that people say the LeBron James teams were. They were legitimate trash. Your second best player is Darryl Armstrong. Come on, bro. Or Drew Gooden. That wasn't no good basketball team, man. They only got where they got because of the individual greatness of Tracy McGrady. So if he didn't have that wear and tear, if he's not playing through double and triple teams, because Kobe Bryant didn't have to deal with that because he's playing with Shaquille O'Neal. He's playing with Shaquille O'Neal. So he didn't have to do that. He's playing one-on-one. He would have cooked. But let's go ahead and get back into it.
The Orlando. He's talking about the Orlando.
Orlando T-Mac was that T-Mac was crazy.
I don't think the work ethic
The
would have been
Orlando
there to be able to win a
T-Mac. He's
championship.
saying if he took the Orlando T-Mac that averaged 32 and that, and you replace him and put him with Kobe, he's the same person.
No, it was a point in time where
That's what
T-Mac.
he's talking about. He's talking about that time.
And also, Kobe Bryant himself, out of his own mouth, said T-Mac did exactly what I could do. He was just taller. Kobe said that. So I'm going to listen to the man himself and his opinion of Tracy McGrady.
There was a point in time where T-Mac was like, we were saying it was like a point in time where everybody was like, oh, who's better? There was a point in time like for 2 or 3 years. That was the conversation. Then Kobe
Everybody thought I was stupid.
Never got out the first round.
He's not. Dog, what are y'all talking?
We get the Orlando 32. We get that. You're not
He's
doing 32 and half.
He's not saying he won. He's saying if
You're wrong.
That's two stupid niggas. But he said if you take me and put me in there, I can average 22 and win the championship. That's what he's saying.
I don't know.
Kobe was averaging 30. Like Kobe was averaging 28, 20.
Yeah, 28.
The first year he averaged 22. But what he's saying, if you just put me in there and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm the second option and I'm playing my role, shit, we can win a championship. What makes me not win a championship?
Well, you know, Shaq
he's not saying he's gonna be there and do that. He's just saying you put me there. Everybody say the same shit. Well, if you sub me with motherfucking Derek Fisher, nigga, I can win a championship with Shaq.
We don't know that.
Yeah, we do.
We don't know chemistry. We don't know that.
Goddamn.
Now, Brandon Jennings, in my opinion, in the episode, because I don't watch every episode, but a lot of the episodes I watch, he's on point. He off base on this. If Gilbert Arenas, who was a second-round pick, ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers, and he's just playing his role, brother, he's happy. He's going to hit those wide-open threes. He's going to cook a little bit. If he leaves later on, whatever, because he feels like he can do more. But you replace Derek Fisher. And I know Derek Fisher does have some very good tangible qualities because every player on the team can't be a star, right? But Gilbert Arenas wouldn't have come in with the stars mentality. He would have came in as a second-round pick. I have to keep this spot. So no matter what they asked him to do, Gil, we need you to be a 3-and-D player. You need to play good on-ball defense. You need to be the scrappiest dude out here. You need to hustle, and you need to hit your open threes when Shaq kick it out. I can promise you he had the capabilities of doing it. I can promise you that. So, Brandon Jennings, brother, I think you're off here.
We don't know that.
Y'all just argue. The nigga got what he said had to work.
Niggas with
You just want to put people next to the league.
Since y'all wasn't in the league, were you in the league then? Do you think the Orlando, the nigga that won the scoring title, if you replaced him with Kobe, does he have a chance to win a championship?
I mean, under that scenario, probably.
Okay. Kenyon?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. The people that
Can you also set yourself in that same position?
It is one. You nigga was 12. Damn.
I'm saying,
Your work ethic ain't like Kobe.
But you know, Shaq chose.
That shit to do with
He chose to go to the Lakers.
Has a lot to
So he
do.
chose
He
Kobe.
averaged 20 on that team.
Yes, it does.
28
Damn, nigga.
Yeah, it is when you got a motherfucker averaging 35 in the finals. It's more than enough.
38 one year, too.
Yeah.
More than enough.
Kobe,
in the finals.
you don't ever put Kobe and T-Mac in the same
They did.
They did.
Don't.
Only for a couple years.
Hold on.
Hey,
I said it. Hold on.
It was like 2 years.
Hold on.
Hey,
listen. We don't want. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey,
y'all.
This is where we need to be.
Oh, this
You
that
guys
show I was
wasn't
watching on
there. How about this? Let's try this again. You guys wasn't there, so hold on.
Right, y'all was
So
there
hold
being a
on.
fan.
So hold on.
Been a fan of who?
Hold on.
Them niggas.
You wasn't there.
Them
You wasn't
niggas.
there.
Kobe and Shaq, being a fan.
I said it. Y'all said I was stupid. Can
was
you
being a
say
fan?
exactly again?
Everybody was there.
No, you said, hold on, so you said everybody, right?
Everybody was there in the
You got me, hey, so first and foremost, you got me fucked
It was only
up.
3 people in y'all area.
So hold
You
on.
got me fucked
You
up.
wasn't
I can
there.
take hits
You was
first
in middle.
and foremost.
You was in middle school. You was in middle school. You was in high school for the 12th time. So we don't want to hear metal.
That's not true. That's not true.
Hold on. Hold on. Metal.
Bro, this
Only
is loser
fans.
talk. This is loser
Metal.
talk.
Can you tell me?
This is loser talk.
Can you tell me exactly when Kobe had 3 rings and T-Mac was doing what T-Mac was doing? What were we saying again?
In that era, it was about 3 years where everybody was saying they didn't know who was better.
They didn't know who was better.
It was just in that point
They
in time.
act like I was not there and I was not in the locker room and we was having these discussions and one was 3 rings.
Hey, the thing is,
Jesus Christ. They act like I made it up myself.
You act like you came up
They act like I made this shit up my fucking self.
That's fine.
It wasn't my opinion, nigga. It was a fact.
Couldn't even get
He
out the first
came
round.
on here and said the same thing.
Just because they said
And y'all want to argue with the niggas that was there.
It can't be
That's
a
how y'all
fact. It
sound
can't be
stupid.
a fact if you don't get out the first round and do shit. Come on, man.
So how you gonna compare yourself to Kobe?
You
You're
can't
not even
compare yourself
averaging
to
30 or 40
the
in those rounds.
I'm not necessarily comparing them because how I felt at that time, I felt Kobe might have had the edge personally.
Fuck, bro, 82
Personally.
I might have felt Kobe had the edge, but everybody was saying.
Personally, it has nothing to do with, what'd you say? Everybody.
Yeah, I felt it personally. I feel like maybe Kobe had the edge, but everybody was saying like, yo, T-Mac is nice. That's what people were saying.
They were saying you was the best player in the league.
Dog. We were saying nobody said that. We're telling you what was. This is not
Gilbert.
2016. We're talking about what was being said in real time in 2008. We're talking about 2002. What was being actually said, dog?
That nigga was averaging 29. He was third in the league in scoring.
Who?
You.
This nigga was averaging 32 a game, scoring, and nigga getting triple teamed. Nobody in the league was guarding T-Mac. That's what the conversation was. Y'all thought I was just capping. I'm not telling you.
I think what Gil meant there, nobody in the league was guarding Kobe. And not to say that Kobe could, look, we all know Kobe could get off. He can get his numbers. That's not the point. The point is he got to play the early part of his career with Shaquille O'Neal, which made his life so much easier. And that's undeniable, okay? You got a guy there every time he touched the basketball. There were very, very, very few centers you would not help. Very few. Most of these dudes needed help guarding Shaquille O'Neal. Most of them did. And when I say most, I mean like almost all. A small handful of dudes could be able to put up some resistance one-on-one. The rest of the league was getting cooked. So you got that guy that's getting double and triple teamed, and now you get to eat off of him. That's the point. T-Mac was doing what he was doing while he's getting double and triple teamed. That's the point. And again, he gets ridiculed for not getting out of the first round. I actually went back and watched every first round playoff series he had. I think I think his best shot was 2000 and what's it, 5? 2005 or I think it's 2005 or 7. I can't remember the exact year, but they were playing the Jazz. Jazz, a nice, tough, gritty team. Yao Ming wet the bed, got cooked by Carlos Boozer. Oh, and Yao Ming had injury issues, and he didn't stay healthy till 2009. But unfortunately for T-Mac, he was hurt. And Ron Artest was on that Rockets team as well. So, but anyway, you have a situation here where Tracy McGrady did not have the talent around him. He had very little talent around him. Even when he went to Houston to play with Yao Ming was hurt all the time, and there was no other playmaker on the team. They didn't have no point guard. So he's got to score the points, he's got to make plays for people, he's got to set up everybody, he's got to play some defense, he's got to do a lot. Kobe Bryant didn't have to do all that his whole career. Anyway, let's get back to it.
The reason Kobe was feeling some type of way.
It is amazing these days, right?
These niggas are stupid.
Rather argue like
instead of listening.
You niggas will always think y'all right. You're not right. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree with you. I don't give a fuck what y'all think. I don't have to agree.
What is your take?
What is your point?
No, you are wrong. You stupid. We're damn. We're game playing.
Niggas act like I gotta agree with you, motherfucker. You're not right. Shut that shit up. That's thinking on my nerves, nigga.
How about that? In 2002, from 2002, can you tell us?
Thank you.
You niggas don't have, y'all not right. Let's go.
We're not right, and we were there, and we're game planning, we're talking, we're guarding these two men. We're not right.
I know, he bust y'all
Now
ass.
you tell us what was being said. How about this? What was being said in 2002 then? Since we're wrong, tell us what was being said in 2002.
I don't know. I was a
Then shut the fuck up.
I was a Kobe fan.
I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. If you can't get
know what Kobe was doing in
If
LA.
you can't give me an answer then, and I ask you a fucking question, then shut the fuck up talking about it.
All I see
I'm asking you a question.
All I see is
in
niggas afros out here.
2002, can you tell us what was being said?
The parade, at the
Can
parade,
you tell us?
Kobe's the
I hate you niggas that got opinions, and then you don't have an educated fucking answer.
T-Mac and Kobe. I heard Kobe at the parade.
I'm asking you an educated question.
I didn't hear, T-Mac would have been Kobe.
Educated fucking question like a fucking man. In 2002, when he had 3 rings, can you tell me with your educated self what was being said about T-Mac and Kobe? Since we're wrong, what was being said?
I just heard.
I know you don't fucking know.
Kobe.
You ain't even got that. I know you.
Nobody was talking about a nigga that lost. It was all.
He's wrong. He's 100% wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. There are people, look, Kobe Bryant, again, revisionist history, right? Now Kobe Bryant was the most beloved dude. Man, Kobe Bryant, it was a 50-50 split between whether you liked Kobe Bryant or you didn't like Kobe Bryant. Okay? Him and Shaq was beefing. He was beefing with different people within the Lakers organization. Phil Jackson would throw his subtle shots and be like, Kobe's selfish, and not those exact words, but basically saying he need to take back seat, blah, blah, blah. There was a lot of people, especially once Shaq got traded. I don't know how old Nick Young is, but he should know this stuff. He had to be grown in 2002. Or close to it anyway, right? He can't be that much younger than I am. So, at the end of the day, I've heard people say, if you dropped, it wasn't just T-Mac. If you dropped T-Mac, Ray Allen, who was another guard at the time? There was a few guys I can't think of off the top of my head. But there are a handful of guys. You drop him in there, he plays with Shaquille O'Neal, they still win. And actually, the conversation was they'd probably win more because they wouldn't be beefing as much. The team wouldn't have imploded like it did in 2004. That was a legitimate conversation in Los Angeles. You understand? I literally heard it with my own ears. Anyway, let me let them finish yelling at each other.
Always niggas that won, Kobe or Shaq. Who's better?
So that's what you found. That's all you heard.
That's all I heard.
In middle school.
That's all I heard. Kobe and Shaq win the championship.
In middle school. Now, what did you hear in 2002 as a professional basketball player playing against Kobe and T-Mac? Let's hear what because we know what y'all heard in middle school from the LA media.
It was definitely harder to guard Kobe personally. But collectively, I mean, it was games where T-Mac would go to work too, but when I was guarding T-Mac versus Kobe, it's a different player. I mean, they had similar moves, like they both could spin right, they could fade right, they could fade left, but collectively, what people were saying, it was an era and point in time where nobody really knew at that point in time.
And one had 3 rings.
I'm not saying that, just at that point in time.
Sounded like it was a lot of haters in 2002.
Oh, no,
Look at these niggas, man.
I'm just going.
Emotional.
No.
We just telling you what was being talked about. These niggas is offended what was being talked about in 2000.
I probably Legos when this shit was going on. They don't know what the fuck.
I probably had a harder time with Kobe.
Y'all was like y'all
didn't have no facial hair when this shit was going on.
Y'all was playing with Legos too. All I seen was sweet.
These niggas were playing with their mom.
Niggas came out.
But you want to know? But
Get these shits out
Shaq chose.
Get these shits out of here.
They have no idea, and you want to continue to have this conversation.
Hey, because Shaq have went to.
You're right.
Because Shaq have went to somewhere T-Mac was at if he wanted to. Because Shaq chose to go to LA, and then he's trying to win titles.
Yeah.
So could he have gone? I wonder if he could have gone where T-Mac was in Toronto at the time, right? No, where was T-Mac? Hold on.
No, T-Mac.
T-Mac was, Ron Artest is slightly off, but we get what he's saying. T-Mac was not in the NBA when Shaquille O'Neal went to the Lakers. He did not go there because they had Kobe Bryant. That's not what happened. But Ron Artest wasn't even in the league when Shaq went. Wait, was he? I don't think Ron Artest was in the NBA when Shaq went to the Lakers. I don't even think he was in the NBA at the time. I think he was in college. Part of Kobe Bryant's development was the fact that I believe they got them both the same year. Kobe via the draft, high school kid, didn't play much, but they had Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, Anthony Peeler, guys like that on that team. T-Mac came the next year out of high school as well, went to the Raptors, played with his cousin Vince Carter. But they both had there was a learning curve for both of the dudes, right? But by the time 2000, 2001, 2002 hit, no, those were the two best two guards in the league, period. Period. And it is not even, and it stayed that way for a handful more years until T-Mac got hurt. Whatever year he got hurt. Simple as that. Tracy McGrady just didn't have the talent. Kobe Bryant blew a 3-1 lead too, just like T-Mac did. When he didn't have Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom in the game. T-Mac did not play with guys on that level. He didn't. He didn't. Yao Ming was a heck of a player, but he was injury prone. Probably more injury prone than T-Mac was. And who else did he play with? John Barry? Not B.J. Surhoff. Was it Bobby Sura? The white guard. He was hurt all the time, too. Shane Battier, who's a nice piece, but it is what it is. Anyway, let me let them wrap this up so I can stop this video 20 minutes in.
Orlando.
No, he wasn't on Orlando. He was in Toronto. He was in Toronto.
Yeah, that was.
Maybe he's not going to go to Toronto.
Okay, you're 2009, the 2019, right?
The 10.
Team 2010.
Oh, no, 9 Rockets or 10?
The Rockets? Yeah,
No,
8-9. That team was crazy.
Did y'all have, like, starting off the season, did y'all feel y'all had a chance to win?
That team was crazy. That was the deepest team I've been on. Well, when you look at that team, listen, I got there, I was playing 5 minutes. You know when you get to a team and they say you're going to play and you don't? And you're like, damn, I'm in my prime. I'm 28, and I'm not playing. I'm playing 5 minutes a game. I'm like, oh, I was like, my career, yo, my guy. Yeah. It was difficult, right? So I'm like, yeah. One time, Coach Adam, who I love, put me in the game. It was like, I don't know, 30 seconds, like a minute. Because Shane was there. They already had chemistry. They just won 33 in a row last year. They add me, and I'm just a piece at this point. Because, you know, so then T-Mac got hurt.
Right? That's what Aaron Brooks too, right?
Aaron Brooks was there. Actually, Rafer was there, and I think Aaron came. Oh, no, Kyle Lowry came. Kyle Lowry came. Yeah, we had Aaron Brooks, Scola, that hook. Man.
Scola's nice.
That team was sick, yo.
So the injuries kind of fucked that team off.
Yeah, I mean, we took the Lakers to 7 with no T-Mac. Yeah. With Yao broke his foot game 3, and Dikembe broke his knee, and he was 43. But keep in mind, Dikembe was averaging 10 and 10 against the Portland Trailblazers. We was a 6 seed. He was a 3 seed. Dikembe was blocking everything at the rim. You've had 43. Damn. Anything coming to the rim. You know what I mean? You got to look at those highlights.
He was hurt?
Yes.
So Dikembe?
Some games.
Oh, T-Mac didn't play.
That's why y'all made it past the first round.
T-Mac didn't play past.
T-Mac and
when T-Mac got hurt, I started. That's when I started playing. Yeah. When T-Mac got hurt.
T-Mac and
when T-Mac.
Anyway, enough of that. Y'all got the gist. Let me know what you guys think about the conversation that these guys were having. Do you guys believe it was an actual conversation? As a man in my early 40s, who's been in Los Angeles my entire life, it was a conversation. And Kobe Bryant was not some beloved figure in Los Angeles. It was a 50-50 split. He has diehard fans like Nick Young, I guess, and like Brendan Jennings. He had those diehard fans. But there was a lot of people that didn't like him. A lot that didn't like him. The entirety of his career. So who y'all siding with? Gilbert Arenas or Nick Young? Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like, subscribe. Till next time, I'm out.